Got it in one take. Well, hello. Haven't talked to you guys in a while. Needless to say, November was a very busy, very busy month. And I actually missed making videos because just had so many things going on with the release of Drawn In. TV show that was produced locally here in St. Louis that I was a part of as far as doing the comic books, writing the comic books for, and just a number of other little projects. So what I decided to do was just really focus on trying to get myself together, and then let's get back to making some videos, some good content. And boy, do I have some good content for you guys today. So as you know, guys, we're really moving in a little bit of a different direction, as we're now going to be producing a lot of video comics and a lot of video comic content. And all of that is going to be featured over at the Foresight Media channel. If you haven't known, I changed the Foresight Studio channel to Foresight Media, so now it's the Foresight Media channel, and all of those are going to be over there. The big announcement is that starting in January 1st, I'm going to drop one new video every month. There's one new video comic every month. And it's starting off with this first video comic, which is The Craziest Thing, which is, if you've been following me on social media, you see I've been posting some of the artwork from that, and it's part of my homeboy Mike's series of video comics that I'm going to be doing, and it really came out dope. I'm really happy with it. So what's the series about? Well, my homeboy Mike is basically about a group of 4 friends that are just regular blue collar, well, not blue collar, all of them, but regular, average, everyday Joes that are working nice middle class jobs, including their friend Mike, who they believe to be a project manager. But it turns out that he's not a project manager. Mike has a much more sinister working relationship with his with the company that he works for, and you guys find out more about that and how it affects his friendship, because he's a good friend. He's a good friend. He would never do anything to harm his friends. In fact, he's very careful, and that's one of the reasons why he has this dual life, because he doesn't want his friends, who he knows are good dudes, to even know about this life or even accidentally become involved in the things that he's involved in, because it's yeah, it's kind of rough. So making the series, making the comic and making the series itself has kind of been fun, because it's been a great mental exercise, and I've really been kind of figuring out just all the things that I wanted to do and needed to do, and it's presenting a lot of interesting challenges, because it's making me really work with Adobe Premiere, which is my primary editing software for videos. It's really making me work with Premiere in a lot of different ways, and what I wanted to do was highlight a couple of I wouldn't say problems, but challenges that came up in the making of this video comic, and just what I found to be my solution for those problems. Okay guys, so one of the first problems that I encountered was I had a scene where 2 characters are flying through a window, and I wanted to create a motion background in the background of the shot, and I wasn't really sure how to do that. Well, fortunately, my first attempt sucked. It sucked. I tried some handmade stuff and some tricks with keyframes, but it sucked. It sucked terribly. I just kept looking at it, just like, this is not working. But what happened was I ended up going on Envato Elements, and I was able to find a plugin, or plugin that I could use that ended up working out perfectly. Basically, you get this plugin graphic, and you throw it behind your artwork. Now, one of the things that makes this possible is that when I'm doing these particular works, I'm working with PNGs as opposed to JPEGs or anything like that. First of all, I learned that when we're doing this type of stuff, you're supposed to work with PNGs anyway because it's compression and all that type of stuff. But by working with PNGs, I was able to have the background and my foreground elements separate, and I just put my foreground element, which is PNG, over the top of the motion graphic, and voila, it worked. It worked perfectly. So shout out to Envato Elements. Thank you once again. You saved my bacon, and I wouldn't have been able to make this video without you guys. So that was a big find, and that was just one of the things that I had to deal with this particular project. So another one of the challenges that I had while I was working on this project was getting the music to fit just right for not only the body of the work, but for the stingers, the intros, outros. That was kind of an interesting experience, and it was solved by this update in Premiere where you can simply embody remix your songs, and it's great because it allowed me the ability to remix the songs to the exact timing of a segment and just really make the song different and not just feel repetitive. I know I kind of have a problem with that. Sometimes the songs are just put them on repeat. Well, I don't have to do that anymore because of this new remix feature. I think Peter McKinnon had talked about it a couple months back or something like that, but I've been using it a lot with these video comics, and I'm gonna use it pretty much all year long now. That's going to be my go-to because I now know I can chop a piece of music up, but then I can then remix it, extend it, shorten it, whatever I need to do, and it's going to really be able to set the mood. And I think that was a cool thing about this particular project. I was able to really set the mood with the music that was provided to me by Lamar, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed how it came out. So just another issue that was solved, and it's solved in program in Adobe Premiere with that remix feature. You just go in, you hit remix, then you hit enable remix, and then it'll bring up your board that you can work with, where you can make your adjustments and everything like that. So you can adjust the length, or you can add sound filters and all that type of stuff. So really robust addition to the program, and I have to say it works for me. So I'm really happy with it, and I'm really happy with the results that I got from it. So that's dope. Way to go, Adobe. Way to go. Lastly, I'd just like to talk about the power of PNGs. I know I talked about it in an earlier segment, but I really want to reiterate just how important PNGs are to your creative workflow, especially if you're doing something like video comics. Outputting your main characters, your drawings as PNGs, separate, the background is separate, the main characters are separate, is going to give you so much flexibility. I just can't explain how much flexibility it gave me, and just how many times it really saved my bacon. So once again, if there's anything that you should be adding to your workflow, changing your art, outputting your artwork as a PNG is definitely something that you should do, especially if you're doing something like this, or you're doing any kind of visual storytelling in this type of form. It really, really works. And it's great if you want to merchandise stuff too, because you have images already separated out and you just slap them on. So there, PNGs, great, you need them. All right, fam, I'm about to go ahead and get out of here. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit and just tell you some of the things that are going on with me. Be sure to look for The Craziest Thing. It's part of My Homeboy Mike series of video comics that'll be dropping throughout the year. We're gonna sprinkle them out through the year. But yeah, that drops January 1st on the Foresight Media channel. I have that link below or above somewhere. Definitely want you guys to go there. So head on over to the Foresight Media channel and like, subscribe to the videos that are already there, and subscribe to the channel and like the videos that are already there. And I can't wait for you guys to see the craziest thing on January 1st. I got tongue-tied for a second. Don't ask me why. But on that note, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's your boy DKG72. I'm out. Peace.